Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Stephanie Hoyce, the owner of Assistance at a Distance, a virtual assistant company that specializes in bookkeeping, payroll, and administrative support. Today, I'm coming to you to talk to you a little bit about the difference between a bookkeeper and an accountant, and then also give you a little insight on what it is that I do as a virtual assistant that specializes in these financial areas. So the first thing we're going to talk about is a bookkeeper. A bookkeeper's education, they're only required to get a associate's degree, which is a 2-year certification. I have that certification. I completed my 2-year program in roughly about anywhere between 15 to 18 months. Now we're going to talk a little bit about the duties of a bookkeeper. They record financial transactions, post debits and credits, produce invoices, maintain and balancing any general accounts, and completing payroll. So by definition of bookkeeper and the duties, that's part of what I do. So as far as the supervisor for the bookkeeper, the superior, they're overseen by an accountant or the business owner that they are keeping the books for. So basically, a bookkeeper is an entry-level position where you document and sort out transactions, make sure they go to the right account and make sure that they affect the right accounts. So now let's talk a little bit about an accountant. An accountant's education, they are required to get a bachelor's degree and also complete the Certified Public Accounting test. It has different requirements in different states, but basically they have to get experience, additional education. They prepare adjusting entries. They prepare company financial statements. They analyze costs of operations, completing income tax returns, also aid the business owner in understanding the impact of financial decisions. They also handle tax planning and tax filing and financial forecasting. So this is like the bookkeeper level 5, because after you've taken those transactions and keyed them in, then they're sent over to the accountant, and the accountant actually continues to further analyze and make sure they have affected the right accounts, and then prepare any adjusted entries or if they see an error or if we're closing out the books for the end of the month. Now, for me, I as I did explain before when I was talking about the bookkeeper, by definition, that is who I am based on my education, which is my associate's degree in accounting. However, because I have been learning and researching and honing in on my craft, I am very familiar with preparing financial statements. That is something that I really, really hold very near and dear to my heart, because a lot of small business owners and entrepreneurs don't use those to their benefit. I also analyze the cost of operations. So basically, I'm able to give you the information you need to know as far as your profit margin. I also help the business owner, understand the impact of financial decisions. So, prime example, I have a client who is a contractor, and he wanted to buy a scissor lift. And now if you're not familiar with that piece of equipment can run anywhere from $3,000 all the way up to the better part of 20, maybe even 30,000, depending on how high you want it to go up, how much weight you want it to bear, all these outside options. However, I was able to find him two. They were used, but they were two very well-maintained scissor lifts for the price of one that he would have been able to buy locally. So I'm definitely giving small business owners the opportunity to save money. I'm always looking for them an opportunity to save money. Now, some business owners have learned how to do their books, but more business owners are starting to hire a professional so they can focus on what it is that they love to do. Because being an entrepreneur is really a hustle. It's a real It's a numbers game. You have to get out there. You have to be seen. You have to make sure that people know what it is that you're doing, what you're offering, how they can get it, how easy it is to get it. So when business owners realize that they don't have time to be worried about their books, they find someone they can trust and turn that job over to that person. So again, bookkeeper and accountant, two totally different things, just by separated by education, experience, additional testing that the accountant has to have. But because bookkeepers go into business like myself, we learn those additional skills so that we can offer that benefit to our small business owners without having to charge that accountant price tag. The one thing that I don't do that shocks people a lot is taxes. I don't like taxes, and since this is my business, I don't have to do taxes. So if you have any questions or concerns about anything about your financial statements or about bookkeeping or about any transactions that you're making for your business, feel free to, send them to my inbox or give me a call. I will definitely have my contact information in the description box. I want to thank you so much for watching. Again, this is Stephanie Hoyce, the owner of Assistance to the Distance, and I holla.